For the tall people, anybody 6 foot or better.
And if y'all don't know us, shame on you.
For the tall people, anybody 6 foot or better. If you feel cramped up on an Indian, you feel cramped up on a Honda, you feel cramped up on a Harley without buying a new seat, new handlebars, new foot pegs, new gear shifter, new brake pedal, new seat. I don't have to do none of that big. I'm 6'4", bro. Stretched out. Person can handle it, baby. These Vicks is nice and big. So big that I got a trailer that I put a motorcycle hitch on. And my ass end is hanging off. That's how big these bikes are, bro.
Imagine being on the open road, the engine of the Victory just rumbling beneath you, a machine just born for the long haul. I'm talking about a Victory, baby. I'm talking about 106. I mean, it's been around since 1998, came out with the V92, but now we got 106. Its power is smooth, baby. I'm talking about size and presence. These bikes are no wallflowers. They can carry the weight, literally, figuratively, they can carry the weight. Let me break this down to you, man. This is the real deal. If you sit in a saddle of a Victory, I'm talking about your first welcoming saddle. Big V twin, vibrations hum through your palms. You feel the weight, reassuring the ground. The bike is anchored to the road. You turn the throttle. You poise, you climb, you haul, you carve. I'm talking about arm strengthening power. I'm talking about a Victory. I ain't talking about no Harley Davidson. I give Harley Davidson everything. I give Indian everything. But we talk about Victory. I'm talking about this is not no delicate machine. I'm talking about this is a street-born tank that runs forever, mechanically sound. I mean, there's plenty of bikes out there you can ride. But when you ride a Victory, I'm talking about you 6 foot or better. I'm talking about this is perfect. Perfect for short rides, perfect for long rides. Maybe not without all the mods and this and that. I mean, you can do different things to it, but I'm talking about just riding the bike, and when you add miles to it, it's not a problem whatsoever. It's a comfortable bike for cruising, for hitting the streets. I mean, I don't even want to get on start talking about my girl, Maggie. That's right. Unfortunately, I miss her. She's still in the hospital. But my man, Brian, he working on her. He got it out. He's making it do what it do. Get the gears fixed, get it back popping. And I'll be popping the throttle again on you. But let me show you the real reason why I want to keep this bike.
I'm Kyle Langlands. I'm a powertrain design engineer working on a Victory powertrain. I was design team technical lead for the V106 project. The V106 6-speed is the latest generation in our Freedom engine line. It was developed specifically to meet the needs of our touring bike applications, starting with vision. The V106 is rated at 92 horsepower and 109 foot-pounds measured at the crankshaft. The performance parameter that the everyday rider cares most about is passing authority at highway speeds. Maintaining the torque curve through the mid-range and into the higher RPM range allows you maximum passing power. These are rear-wheel performance curves that were recorded on our dyno here in Wyoming. Most large V-twin engines are able to provide high torque just off idle. But the competitor's torque curve dives sharply after that initial peak value, whereas with Freedom engine, you'll notice it continues strong throughout the mid-range and keeps going into the higher RPM range. To make more power, you've got to pack more air into the cylinder. And the 4-valve design helps us do that in a couple of ways. Using 2 intake valves instead of 1 we're better able to package the total valve area that's required to flow enough air to maintain this torque curve at high RPM. To get more air into the engine, it's generally helpful to be able to open and close the valves as fast as possible. That's harder to do with a heavier valve. This is an intake valve from a competitor's 2-valve engine design, compared to the intake from the V106. You can see it's clearly a lot heavier. You can see a very heavy multiple coil spring that's required to keep this valve under control, whereas the 106 only requires a single coil spring, much lighter. Here we have 3 separate sets of components, two from competitors and one from the V106. You can see these are pushrod style competitors, also large V-twins. In the one case, we have not only the heavy intake valve, but the mass of a heavy translating lifter, a pushrod, a heavy steel rocker arm. By contrast, the only parts connecting the valve to the camshaft in the V106 engine is a lightweight cast aluminum rocker arm. The lightweight components with a stiff structure allow us to maintain good dynamic control, open the valve quickly, close it quickly, and produce this broad, flat torque curve that's so usable to the touring rider. The engine's airbox also doubles as the vehicle frame. Sharing this duty allows us to have a large airbox volume, in this case it's 11 liters, helps reduce intake restriction and eliminate peakiness of the torque curve. Engine cooling requirements generally increase with maximum power, and we find that in our power class, adding a water cooling system with a radiator just isn't necessary. So why do it? You end up with a large, heavy part, hoses cluttering everything up, and increased maintenance requirements. So we've gone with an air and oil cooling scheme. Carrying the power from the V106 engine to the rear wheel is our 6-speed transmission. We took our original 5-speed transmission and simply added a gear ratio to it to allow you to drop engine RPM and cruise. For example, at 70 miles an hour, shifting from 5th into 6th gear drops RPM by about 500. You actually get a reduction in inertial engine vibration of 30%. I don't know if they wanted to show this or not. That's me. All the engineers and technicians who worked on the project have our initials molded.
So the question is, the bike ain't big in here, you big in here. You know what I'm talking about? You never know what you're gonna get, but I'm big. My shoes are size 14. They sit right on the foot peg, on the whole floorboard. The floorboard is at least 17 inches or more, 18 inches floorboard. You really don't need highway pegs with this bike, as I'm gonna show you. So, hey man, listen. I know 100 reasons why you should buy a big. So, I'm not gonna keep you, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm at the house. I hope you enjoyed that video. Like I said, if you ride one, you own one. If you own one, you definitely have 2 of them pieces. Peace YouTube, peace Big Nation. See you on the next video. We gotta get out and do something, man. We can't keep giving you these drab videos, but I appreciate y'all 100%. Peace!
I mean, this is like a new looking thing. It first of all, it's big. I love these big bikes. But all the lines and everything, you see that from a mile away and you're like, that's a victory.